I discovered something. No, I discovered something in the wiki. Void. What is it's corrupted? Something. There it may stand, the hidden realm deep in the backrooms, may it lie untouched by the hands of God. The corrupted and the hazardous from it shall arise, and to everyone dares enter such frightening lands that they are met with a fate worse than death. The encounter. It was huge. As for the gigantic creature looked upon us, we gazed into its gigantic eye and would feel relaxed. It forced us to attempt to communicate, but to no avail. There it stood, overseeing every stretch of the purple hell it ruled, and would never stop such an endless task. We felt the need to obey its commands, but deep minds were being manipulated. Even we assumed we could control ourselves, as I should have. These eyes shine brighter and brighter, perhaps as bright as the sun itself. For the eye is the sun of this realm. So we stepped out of it, but it was too late. Its tentacles were grabbing beneath us, pulling our upwards closer to it. We tried to escape, but the many they surrounded us, so we became one of the gigantic creatures was massive, too big to take. Lost souls and a corrupted nothing, right into those who soon find the same fate as ours. The void, a survival difficulty class void. It doesn't even fit in the page. Corrupted, lethal, hopeless. Shattered realities may contain, for the void embraces all the unknown, and any sinful and forbidden knowledge will retain it, and never to the masses shall it be divulged a stretch of esoteric land bathed by the untold, devastated, annihilated, and eradicated, and ravaged. It is the realm is totally a missing extent of the cosmos, going to be superseded, withdrawn. No infrastructure may ever be glimpsed. The level is made out of dead matter, but God is the remain of the numerous dead, corrupted entities. Its very center, and I, no term or name shall ever inherit, for it does not truly exist. For those who may approach it during their life, let it be. The such of it means the end, darkness, darkness. Normal rock formation structures overwhelm of the shattered landscapes, arcs made of corrupted stone, floating islands, and earth's fault lines are cut deep into the limits of the microscope, only to name a few. Different times, distinct universes, forsaken knowledge, iterations, and no way to know. Any beings forlorn, whereas I once stood, ravaged, I arise, death cycles within my head, and to those who obey, I share the same pain. What is the time I shall not comprehend any more? I commenced to begin, and I commenced to begin counting the cycles of extinction circling within my mind. We are over the limit. Infinity has betrayed me, and every iteration has diminished itself as a lie. Break, destroy, renew. Somewhere within the sheltered infinities of the universe is where such an occult land lies. Inaccessible it remains for most of the time. Tears of the universe lead to innocent to the corrupted lands below, plagued by corruption. Those who remain within the metaphysical lands will forfeit their purity, wanting their souls, allowing their inner spirits to be ruled by corruption and demise. The void, heavily populated. Although the lands are predominantly barren and lifeless structures, is of undefinable geometry and quite abundant, as cited formerly. Eccentric rock formations form massive arcs, towering pillars with sharp tips, and small cylindrical structures completed out of corrupted stone, sturdy obsidian with veins of purple blood blanketing its exteriors, occupying its interiors. Cracks stand constantly prominent in these stones, which emits the purple blood inside. I had to pour out, bathing the rocks and everything near them in a sticky, damp purple liquid, glistening lustrously as they contain luminescent properties. Some pillars hold innumerable holes on their surfaces, forming numerous structures filled with numerous but small luminescent dots of scintillating blood. The domain itself is a floating island circled by multiple other floating islands, all hovering within the void, suspending between the singularity beneath and the comprehended overhead. Floating islands that surround the main island hold little to no additional contents, usually inhabiting a few quantities that are unfortunate to get deserted in the empty void. These emanate from the main island, being forcefully torn asunder by the mere strength and singularity below, unhurriedly, but undoubtedly wearing the realm until its aching, painful end. Its extent shall never be understood, but as it is known, he can no longer be relayed on its unscripted ways. That is known as any measurement and made to the size of this realm will forfeit any meaning. Any mathematical significance proportions are corrupted. And so is time. Nothing will ever perform the same way. Time behaves abnormally, or in fact it doesn't behave at all. It merely stands motionless, and everything outside the void is to remain still permanently. Calling the void the purgatory is merely an understatement. The realm gets torn apart. The realm gets a new life. The realm embraces singularity. The realm welcomes the corrupted. The realm disappears if it never existed. The realm endures. The realm makes fun of the gods above, except their fate. Entities. The corrupted. There they stood. There were thousands, black and purple bodies, the blood dripping out of them. They approached closer and closer and closer. We were almost at the very end of the island. We could feel the force of earth beneath pulling us towards it. We all looked at each other. There must be ways to surround this. There must. It would only keep closer and closer and closer. We could not think of anything anymore. The corrupted never had any escape we could think of. And we were getting closer and closer and closer to us. We had sat down, holding each other's hands, and we closed our eyes. We wanted to figure out what we'd seen, and we wanted to focus our minds on escaping this hell. We wanted to forget them. Surely the void could not exist if we didn't think about it. And we were so wrong. My. Such a long pace. I believe I may not be able to. I do not believe I can cover it all in this singular video.